So we're back after a not so short hiatus. I needed to get parts, I needed to do other stuff, and I needed to propose to my hot, gorgeous redhead. And it worked, so we're good to go on that one. So now that we're all back to normal, I can finally do what I love to do, which is building stuff. And as you can see, I'm about to build stuff. So with that in mind, I'm Hobbs, and you're watching HMODS.
This video is brought to you by CyberGameway, with an emphasis on exposing streamers of all types, as well as exploring business relationships with partnered websites and service providers. CyberGameway is the place you want to be for streaming gamers who want that sub bump. To apply for membership or sponsorship, head over to cybergameway.com.
Hi, Hobbs.
This is Nino.
Hi.
He is a singer and guitar player for a band here in Wisconsin called Bray Road. It's based on the Beast of Bray Road, right?
Yes.
What is that again?
That's my tattoo.
Not that. What is the Beast of Bray Road?
The Beast of Bray Road is a cryptozoological creature from the 1970s in Wisconsin, Hobbs. It terrorized the city.
What is cryptozoological?
You know, I'm not even gonna attempt to act like I know what the proper definition for that word is, but that means like scary and mystical.
Which is interesting because his band is not scary or mystical, it's thrash.
Yeah, thrash.
So let me just say right now, this is not the first one I've built for them. You and I actually built another computer before, and I can't remember what I called it, but I do call every computer that I make something. The computer that you and I built last time, your gaming computer, which you've never gamed on a computer before.
Nope.
There's a story to that one, and it's all so much fun. The Asus that you bought, it was just a regular sort of desktop thing you want to start it
Pre-manufactured.
Yeah. Well, and stuff happened with that, which was not so much fun.
Yeah, it was opposite of what it said it was actually supposed to be. I believe we couldn't get the motherboard to fire up correctly, or the power supply wouldn't turn on.
It came out the box not working for shit, and not a dig on Asus, because I've never had a problem with them. It was just the shithead tube. It was an out-of-box Asus desktop that was just kind of, it was
a waste of money.
The power supply was crap. The motherboard didn't work. It was an Asus Z270 Prime motherboard. I remember that.
Yep.
Seagate Barracuda hard drive, which was good. The case was a Cooler Master 2. I remember that, and it was an older one. The panel came off, and then there was this huge
extra panel or something.
Yeah, there was the extra panel with the fans that were mounted to it that would swing out. And then
that's right, door fans.
That was such a weird thing, and Cooler Master was one of the only companies that ever do that. I found that out later. His computer now is pretty damn cool. But this is not for gaming. This is going to be for recording.
We have been recording in-house on our own. We want to upgrade our system. We're actually building a studio connected to our band room. We need a system that's going to sleep through everything.
Yeah.
Hobbs' exact words. It needs to sleep through the recording. 12 microphones at a time. It's that's a lot of input into a computer at once.
So we're gonna do this right. I'd never heard of GameMax before. They're a Chinese company, and I really love dealing with smaller companies like that don't have a foothold in the U.S. market yet. You can actually pry open the casing on the PSU and switch out the fans if you want. So if we end up going with something a little bit more centralized, like a Corsair RGB hub or something like that, all that can be controlled with one little thing, and then it goes into the motherboard. What my idea was to sort of take it like, the Bray Road Beast kind of thing.
Make it beastie computer.
But I was gonna have like brown, and like I was thinking about like airbrushing some fur on it. I don't know if I'm gonna do that now though, because looking at the case, the plexi, that's coming off, because this panel and then this panel here are see-through, and I didn't know that before. I don't know if the Beast of Bray Road is something that I want to represent on this, so I wanted to get your thoughts on that, because we were talking about this before, how this sort of like looks like a jet turbine or a speaker, like the front of it.
I like the military. You can make it into some sort of fighter jet tank.
There's that. You know what? That's actually a pretty damn good
idea. I like my dad's an Air Force serviceman.
That's a really good idea now that I'm thinking.
Growing up, I've always liked planes.
do like jet fighter gray.
Yeah, I mean,
And then like do like a stencil down here.
Top
with,
Gun it up.
That does this thing up here. This does
Looks like a turbine.
It does look like a turbine. I have a lot of ideas now. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. But this is going. This sucks. So because this is shiny in black and this is shining in black, once the RGB hits, you'll be able to see all that. So this is all shiny in black, which means that has to go. And then of course I'm cutting a hole onto this panel. This is gonna be a lot of fun. So what we're putting in this thing is the ROG Strix motherboard. Got the EVGA CLC 120 that I'm a huge believer of. It's in my rig. Got this GameMax 850 watt power supply. Got the Patriot Viper RAM, Patriot Viper VPN 100 1 terabyte, which you've seen before many times because I'm a huge believer in it. The surface area on the heatsink is just really, really good. And if you're using if you're running recording software, things like that, you want something that's going to be able to handle the heat. Yep. Heat is your biggest enemy. All that is going to be augmented with this neat little Ryzen 5 3600, which I advised him not to go with the X because you're not going to be like, searching for, enemy submarines. Yeah. You can still overclock it. It's not going to be anything. It's not going to be anything screaming, but you don't need it to be. You just need it to be able to handle what you're doing. And all of this will just do you really, really solidly. And then we've got the Seagate Barracuda that's going in there because hard drives are just...
Yeah, I feel like every computer I've ever seen has one of those in there somewhere. I almost ordered the 5 terabyte on accident, but I stopped myself. I noticed the price was a little different when I was checking out, so...
It's interesting that they would make like a 2, 4, and a 5, and then a 6, 8, and 10. Stupid. This is going to be an interesting build. I can't wait to take all this apart and get it all painted. Because I'm still going to, even with Fighter Jet Gray, I am going to do the inside of the case white because it just makes everything
Make sure you put your little built by HMODS down there.
Oh, well, it'll go on the power supply.
There you go.
This is going to be a lot of fun. But the thing that I was a little bit concerned about was the inner bays because, like I said, the pictures don't do any justice. And with a case, you never really know what you're going to be working with it until you actually get it on the table and operate. So I was a little bit despondent as to how everything was going to go in there. But now I can see really, really easily why the reviews are good because the motherboard is just going to fit nice. There's enough length on the AIO to go all the way to the front, so the ventilation is going to be great. I won't have to worry about mounting the AIO up on top like those things. That sucks. We're going to get this to the workshop and get it all taken apart, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's do that.
HMODS!
Oh, shut up. Hey, wedding face. Let's work. So the first thing I've decided right off the bat is that, and after Nino and I were talking, this is no longer Project Beast. It's Project Maverick. Being that we are going with the whole... That doesn't belong there. Being that we're going with the whole fighter jet look, it just seems... I mean, yeah, it's kind of... But whatever. It's just a project name. He can Nino. I'm wordsing today. You can name it whatever the hell you want. Right now, all we're going to do is just take the f***ing thing apart. That was way too damn tight, and I need my thing. Yeah, so we're just going to take this thing apart, and then we'll get to it painting in the next one, because I always like doing that. And so during the course of which, I will... Frack! These things are tight! Oh my lord! Who the hell tightened these? An electrician? Jesus, Thermaltake. My old drummer was an electrician, and his hands were like vices of death. But whenever we were taking down from a show, trying to take down any of the toms or the bass drum or loosen the snare mount was like trying to pull a core from an apple without opening it. It just was fucking impossible. And so every single, like I was not one of the lead singers that was just gonna sit by and let everybody do stuff, because I'm a considerate person and I'm a soldier. So I would try to help. And you just couldn't. You can't with that guy. His name was Ed, and I don't know what it is about electricians, but they like their shit tight. That is really fucking flimsy. Thermaltake is not one of those companies that really listens to product reviewers. And while this is not the best case in the world, and I can understand that they're not going to be like they're not going to be like spending a house's worth of money on project development and stuff. This is really fucking flimsy. And in my Cooler Master, which is like 4 or 5 years old, the one that I built the Commander into, they're metal. You know, it's not difficult. It's, you know, aluminum is not expensive. And, you know, the chassis is solid enough. You guys can invest 30 cents in some freaking aluminum. Oh, well, that's what I figured. Hey, tweezers! I'm probably going to be rambling a lot today, and I just cut a twisty tie. I am just on the ball today, I'll tell you that much. This is actually, okay, so a little credit to them. They did make sure everything goes in on one cable, so that's good. There are a lot of cases these days, even good companies, you'll see them like with tons and tons of cables, and they're stupid colors. Like, at least Thermaltake got it right, where like gamers don't want that, they just want regular black. So that's good. Oh, there are fan mounts. Never mind. That is good. There's fan mounts right there. I was really worried about that. So that takes off one thing that I was seriously like just actually going to say just now. That I was worried that there weren't that there about the airflow, since it didn't look like there were any fan mounts, but there are. So we're good. This is actually coming apart very easily. So one more positive mark for Thermaltake. Oh, and there's radiator space. Check that out. I really should have advised him to get a 240. Now that I'm thinking about it, this case would have been perfect for it. A couple of them. There was so much fan space on this thing. Now I'm kind of getting the lay of the land, and this is going to be kind of a fun project. I was really, really worried about space. Why? I'm just going to worry about... Oh, wait, there's screws too. Ah! Okay. Now I'm paying attention. And of course they included the anti-vibration pads. Yeah. So this will be pretty much a snap, because everything, except for just a minor couple of things like the feet and stuff, everything's just riveted in, so getting out the angle grinder and taking off all the rivets will just be a lot of fun. It's just so satisfying, even if you're not even if we're not keeping it. Thermaltake. Really? You did that, and then you did that. I mean, sure, but this just doesn't fit. So this is going away. And as is with the custom of my projects, there's going to be a hole on this one. And so I will be putting black panels on both sides. Bork, bork, bork! You know the Swedish Chef? No, you don't know the Swedish Chef? How? Bork, 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 cinnamon. No? Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Honey.
You haven't regrets yet?
Oh, we have so much work to do. I've decided not to get another drill because this is just much more fun. Oh no! I am immediately noticing a problem. The rivets are in there. I might be able to do something, but that sucks. Now I have to get a drill. Fuck. It's all of them except for the back. Oh, that fucking sucks. Damn it. Fuck. Fuck. Well, we're done for today. Fuck. Fuck. And we're back. So, in the midst of getting this new drill, which by the way Nino bought because he needed it quickly, I was taking off the feet for the case, and this is another oopsie by Thermaltake. Their feet, along with the little squeezy things that you have to pull out, the little squeezy nubs. Anyway, scene. So along with those along with the fucking things that you have to pull out, there's two little screws on it. So yeah, which makes sense, I guess. So I was able to get all the feet out except for this one, because they decided in their ultimate wisdom that one of the screws needed to go directly underneath the lip for the PSU shroud, which is quite annoying. And then they kind of like left it risen a little bit. So it's like, well, you can kind of, no, you can't get this at all.
Hey, sweetie. Hello.
I think I can just pull this off. Nope, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, no, I can't. I can't. I just decided that now. Yeah, you know what? I thought that was gonna work. We're good. It's apart now.